welcome back, or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Keely, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys a couple of similarities and differences between high school and university, because I feel like YouTube doesn't have much of that and I want to fill that gap and share everything you guys need to know if you're going into uni and don't know what to expect. So as you guys know, everyone's university experience is different because of the uni that they go to and the degree they're studying, but these are just some similarities and differences that I've found myself from going to a private high school to a public university. So let's get into it and help you guys understand a bit more. So I'm going to start off with the real basics first, and then gradually throughout the video I'm going to share some of the unknown ones that aren't really spoken about that much. But the first one is your textbooks. In high school you're recommended to get a textbook for every single subject, and it costs so much money. In high school my parents would pay $800 just for textbooks and stationery. Like, that is ridiculous. But in uni, depending on your degree, you can even get just one textbook. I literally got one. I didn't need any more. So for me, uni is definitely cheaper with the textbooks, but I know in other degrees you need to buy equipment for what you're doing. So like nursing, you need to get like the stethoscope and everything. So it really just depends on what you're doing. 2 is your fees. Now again, just repeating what I said, I went to a private high school before, so obviously the fees were ridiculous. So expensive. So for me, going to uni, it is much less, but I'm paying for it, so it's still a lot of money. So again, just really depends on your degree and where you're originally coming from. Now adding on to this is the payments of your fees. In high school, if you're lucky, your parents usually pay for your school fees, and they would pay either like yearly, quarterly, monthly, whatever your school allowed. But in uni, the tables have flipped and you pay yourself, hopefully. Basically, uni is the education that you want to get for yourself, so you're going to pay it for yourself, and you can either do this upfront for your semesters or trimesters, or you can add it onto your HEX. So basically your HEX is this beautiful thing that just builds up over time that you have to gradually pay when you make enough money, and then yeah, just it just takes forever to pay off apparently, so looking forward to that. Now the fourth different is your clothing. Obviously you go to high school, you've got your summer uniform, winter uniform, sports uniform, literally everything is in sync with everyone else. But uni, you have your own style and you can wear whatever you want. Now number 5. Number 5 is your friends and how often you see them. So in high school, if you're lucky to get in every single class with them, you're with them from like 8 a.m. till 3 p.m, however long your school day is. So you literally live and breathe with them. But when you go to uni and you make a friend in one of your classes, you'll probably see them once a week. It really just depends what degree your friend is doing, what electives they choose, and then what time slot for their electives that they're in. It is so hard to be with your friend in those classes, so every time your timetable gets changed, you're gonna have to make new friends. It's hard. But again, I know people that go to uni and they're with the same people in every single class just because it works in their degree that way, so it totally depends on what you're doing. But for me, I sometimes see the same people and sometimes I never see them again. Now moving on to your subjects. In high school, you're probably doing around 5 to 6 subjects. Just depends what year level you're in, and then if you got spares and stuff like that. But in uni, you can decide to study full-time, so that's 4 subjects in each little semester, or you can do part-time and that's just 2 for your semesters. But this can also vary with the credit points you need for your degree. Sometimes you'll need more and you may have to do 4+ subjects to try and get to those points by the end of your learning timetable, if that makes sense. Now the next thing is the types of classes, which really confused me at the start, because in high school you just have your hands-on classes. You got your health, your PE, your maths. It's set and structured, and you don't have all these different things like lectures. So moving into uni, there are like 50 names for 2 things. Like, it's ridiculous. So your usual class that you would have in high school is now called a tutorial. So that's your more hands-on type of class, one-on-one with the teacher and maybe 20 people in your class. But then from there, some of your subjects can also have lectures, which are called seminars, and you can have like 500 people in there. Again, depends on your degree. I know my friends have massive lectures for theirs, and then mine are pretty small because mine's just communication. Not many people do that. Now the next difference is your timetable. In high school, at the start of the year, you get your set timetable, and it might alternate between week 1 and week 2, but you have roughly the same amount of classes in those 2 weeks. But at uni, you have your class once a week, either a tutorial or a seminar, just depends what that class does, and then you repeat that for the whole semester or trimester, and then your timetable completely changes. So for me, in my first trimester, I had Monday all the way to Thursday of classes. But for trimester 2, I just had Tuesday and Thursday, like winning. So if you go to uni, just expect your timetable to change frequently and to be a lot different to your school one. Now the next one is finding your classroom for those classes. So again, just depends on type of high school you're going from. For me, I was at a really small private school, and then moving into uni, I was like, whoa, this place is huge. So that meant finding the classrooms was like even harder. So for me, I literally go on Snap Maps to try and find where my class is. It's just crazy. And now the next one, very similar to what I said before, is the sizes of your classes. So again, depending on what type of high school you come from, you usually have between 1, hopefully, and 20 students in your class. But at uni, you can have really small classes that are like 15 or less, and you can have your seminars that are huge. Now the next thing that I really didn't even think of going into uni was the age of people at uni. I was just so caught up because in high school, you know, you have roughly 80% of your year level wanting to go to university, and it is constantly fed through your head like uni, you're gonna be a first year, blah blah blah. So for me, I just assumed, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in a class with heaps of first years and we're all gonna be like 18. No, not at all. Again, this depends on your degree, but you can have people that are on their 3rd year of university in your class. You can have people that have never been to uni and they're 40. There's such a wide range of people who go to university, so it's not just first years. And then like people in your class can even be learning their 3rd degree, and you're just coming in from high school like, hey, this is my first trimester. There's just a wide range and variety of people. Now the next thing is kind of similar to what I brought up before, but that's just how many days a week you go. So in high school, you go from Monday to Friday. Some days you might finish a little bit earlier, some days you might have some spares at the end of the day and you can just leg it. But at uni, you can literally go 2 days a week, or you could even just skip it and do it all at home. It just depends how you're wanting to go with the flow with uni. So yeah, uni is good in its ways because you probably don't have to go as much, and it's not as full on from going 8 a.m. in the morning all the way till 3. Now, the next thing that I find pretty funny is the teachers. I found especially in year 12, the teachers connect with you because you're more mature, they're really involved with your life, they're motivating, and they want you to graduate and succeed with the highest marks that you can. But when you get to uni, your teacher doesn't even know your name. They teach so many classes of the same subject that they're not gonna remember your little name. If you don't show up, they don't care. They don't know who you are. So if you're going to uni, don't expect that personal relationship with your teacher. The level of connection definitely isn't there like it is at school. Now, the next thing that I find interesting is the food. Of course I find that interesting. But basically at high school, you've got your canteen and you always think you're getting ripped off for that focaccia. It's like $2.50, it should be $1.50. But you go to uni and there are full-on cafes and restaurants that charge $8 for a small mocha coffee. Like, bro, no. So what I'm trying to say is, depending on your uni and the facilities that they have, at my one, they have like full-on little restaurants and proper cafes, and it is very pricey. So yeah, just try and avoid buying at uni like you would at school. Now the second last thing that really surprised me was how you get to uni and what you kind of do. So at high school, if you're lucky enough like I was, I got driven to school from my mum. Sometimes I'd take the school bus, a lot of people would do that, or even public transport, and it was just really easy to get to school. It was very direct. At a uni, depends where it is, depends how far away it is from your home, but you may have to take 50 buses to get there, 50 trams, who knows. I know people that need to allow like an hour and a half to get there, and their class starts at 7 in the morning. Like, that sounds awful. But something really big that I noticed was I drive my car to uni, I'm able to do that, which is really good. But parking, oh my god. It is crazy because so many other people that are local drive to uni as well, and the car park fills up at 9 in the morning. So if you have a class at 10, good luck. Those 6 levels of parking are all gone. So get there early, that's my suggestion. And now the lucky last thing that's a little bit of difference between the two situations is your final grade. In high school, you work your butt off in year 12 for that ATAR that gets you into uni, or you may even take a different pathway, doesn't matter, but you work so hard for that goal and that number, and everything really counts. The better you do, the better your score is going to be. It's just really important. But in uni, the aim is to just pass everything, get your credit points, and then you have your degree. Like, it's really not as hard as high school, in my opinion, with the grading scheme. But yeah, so that concludes today's video on the comparison comparison between high school and university. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Even let me know if you want part 2 because I feel like there is still so much more to talk about. So comment down below if you're interested. I'll definitely do a part 2 if it's wanted. But just finishing it up, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, you should definitely do it already. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.